Now, if I had a dime for every time I'd said the name Rian Johnson in a video, I'd probably have, well, I don't know, I'd probably have like $100 or something, maybe a little more, because yeah, I've talked about him a lot over the years. But unless I end up very wrong with what I'm about to briefly talk about here, and I am going to keep this one brief because, believe it or not, I am tired of this topic. Anyway, unless I end up wrong, this is going to be the last time I make a video about Rian Johnson specifically, because yes, I'm sure I will mention him or The Last Jedi at some point again in a video down the road. He and that film, for better or worse, are a part of Star Wars history. But the key word there is history, because there is a report coming out from smallscreen.com that says the Rian Johnson Star Wars trilogy, which was announced almost 6 years ago at this point and shortly before The Last Jedi was released, that it's now been officially canceled by Lucasfilm after them last year officially saying it was essentially on the back burner for now. However, considering I've never heard of smallscreen.com until this report, and that no large screen sites are reporting on this, mainly because it apparently comes from a leak inside Lucasfilm and not anything resembling an official statement, well, I'm not sure how official this actually is then. Not to mention, I don't think we even need an official announcement. I think we all know his trilogy is never going to happen. Lucasfilm is having enough trouble just trying to make another film, and they clearly fear how well received that next film will be, so why would you ever bring back the guy who created the most divisive Star Wars film ever, and risk more damage to your franchise? Along with this, I don't think we're ever even going to get any kind of official confirmation that it's been canceled, and I mean ever. As I've said before, I think both sides, I think both Lucasfilm and Johnson, they're okay with just kind of letting this whole thing quietly be forgotten or quietly fading into the night. Mainly because if they do officially cancel it, it'll be seen as the internet trolls winning. Which, of course, the media really doesn't want to ever happen, considering they're mainly the ones who created that narrative about how bad anyone who doesn't like The Last Jedi is, which is why I think they keep asking Rian Johnson if he's still making his trilogy. They really want that thing made to stick it to the trolls. And he, Rian Johnson, more or less keeps saying, yes, it's happening because, well, he clearly has quite a bit of pride or an ego. We're talking about a guy who said he wouldn't change a thing about The Last Jedi, who thought it was a perfect film, which is in stark contrast to George Lucas's view about how basically a film is never finished, it is never perfect, you just eventually have to release it. Anyway, maybe Johnson keeps saying yes because of pride, or because he perhaps does still have a contract with Lucasfilm intact, or maybe he doesn't want to close the door entirely to the possibility of making that trilogy. I don't know. But either way, he keeps saying yes, and the media then keeps reporting on it still happening like a bunch of clapping seals, even though last time Johnson was asked about it, he said something along the lines of he'd be really sad if he didn't get a chance to go back and make the trilogy. So basically what I'm saying here is don't expect the Rian Johnson trilogy to ever happen, and don't expect it to ever truly officially be canceled. And if it ever is, it's going to be a while yet. All we can really do on this one, all Lucasfilm and Johnson are likely to do as well, is to quietly let the past die. Well, that's all I got for you this time. Now it's your turn to take to the comments below and tell me what you think. Will Johnson ever make his trilogy? Will it ever be officially canceled? Or will it just go quietly into the night? Whatever you think, leave those comments below and let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.